Hi everybody, it's Bren from OhioMedium.com. I did promise you guys that I'm going to do a spiritual development video where you can connect with spirits and energies, and while doing this you'll also be able to develop your psychic abilities. You're kind of doing two things at once. Before I do this, I offer medium readings, psychic readings, Reiki sessions, hypnotherapy sessions if you want to lose weight, stop smoking, be happier, things of that nature, and spiritual development coaching and manifesting life coaching. And I also offer paranormal investigations on OhioMedium.com. I am able to cleanse your house and things of that nature. I love doing paranormal investigations. I do have a few people that have asked for coaching, and I promise you I'm going to get back to you. Just give me a minute here and I'll get back to you. I would love to work with you. So if you would like a reading, or a session or coaching, just go on there, make a payment, and or make a request, because I'm going to put the coaching prices up. I haven't quite done it yet. But if you make a payment, you can leave your information. I will get in contact with you, and then we will communicate. My ways of communicating are video, phone, and sometimes in person, depending upon the location. Okay. I want to say that I'm going to one time, just once, just right now, only on this video, offer a medium reading. Okay, I'll do a psychic reading too. For $45. One-time offer for $45, 1 hour. That's it. It's extremely affordable. It is. If you would like to take me up on this opportunity, put a comment down at the bottom, and I will send you the link where you and we will conduct either a psychic reading or a medium reading for $45 for 1 hour. This is a limited time offer, okay? This is a way for you to get to know me to get to know you. And if you like my services, you can keep on coming back. And if you don't like it, well, you don't like it, okay? So, but my goal is to make sure that you do, okay? It's, like I said, one-time offer. So if you would like 1 hour with me, psychic reading or medium reading, let me know, and I will send you the link for $45, limited time offer, okay? Now, so what I'm going to get into right now is I'm going to share with you a secret that I probably have not ever shared, and if you get into this spiritual area, you probably have heard about auras and chakras and meridians and things of that nature. I don't concentrate on my chakras to pick up on energy. A lot of psychics and mediums do that. I only will do that if I know that I'm having a hard time getting information. I have 15 million different routes I will take if I'm not picking up on the information. But there is one main way that I always communicate with spirit, and I'm about ready to share that with you. And I promise you that if you do this, you will develop both psychic and medium abilities, okay? Before we do this, I want to say that it's important that you do protect yourself. I'm a Christian medium, so I say, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, please surround me in your love and light and protect me. I ask for Archangel Michael, please protect me and surround me in your white light of protection. I love you, thank you, amen. Sometimes I envision the white light. Sometimes I just believe that it's happening, and I leave it at that. Other people will just say, divine universe or Mother Earth or whatever it is their beliefs are, please surround me in the white light, and they'll imagine it or being surrounded around them, and that's their protection. Whatever it is that you feel comfortable with doing, it is best to protect yourself before you communicate with spirits, okay? I believe that what I'm going to teach you is you don't have to worry, but I can't guarantee it because, negative spirits can be anywhere. So it's just best that you do protect yourself before you begin this work that I'm about to discuss with you, okay? Have you ever been somewhere and, like, say you walk into a room and you can feel like you can cut the tension with the knife. You just feel like, okay, this is kind of odd. Like, what's going on? Who's mad at who? Why isn't anybody talking? It just feels kind of different, and you just walk right back out. Or you stay there feeling completely uncomfortable, hoping that everybody leaves or you get to leave pretty soon. Have you ever been driving down the road or taking a certain route and was gonna originally take this one but then decided not to because something told you not to? Then an accident happens and you're glad that you didn't go? Or have you ever felt like you were gonna go to an event but then all of a sudden you felt like, no, I'm not gonna go to the event, and then you don't go, and then you're like, wow, I'm glad I didn't go because there was such a big fight there, or something of that nature? Or have you ever felt like there was something wrong, and then you get the news and there was something wrong? These feelings are important when it comes to connecting with spirit. The number one tool that we need to focus on when we are connecting with spirit or developing psychic abilities is our body. Our body is the electromagnetic field detector. It is the EVP, electronic voice phenomenon device. Our body is the antenna, the receiver, So when you want to communicate with spirit or develop your abilities, you need to concentrate on the body area. For example, I know I have a family member, and I know when something is going to happen in their life, and I will call them and say, hey, it's going to happen again, so just be careful. And they'll call me and say, I can't believe that you even pick up on that. And I'm like, well, I just do. It's spirit, so be thankful. The whole point in calling them is so that they can either ward it off, avoid it, or be able to deal with it better. Because sometimes what I say is going to happen is kind of unavoidable. It's something that happens regularly. There are other times when, for example, the other night I was laying in bed and I was kind of nervous and I couldn't sleep. I'm like, maybe it's a full moon. I go out and look, it's not a full moon. And I'm like, where is this energy coming from? And I was feeling it. It was so live in my body. It was just energy, just alive, and it's just keeping me up, to where I had to pee. So I go into the bathroom, and all of a sudden I'm hearing yelling and screaming. And I open up my bathroom window, and it's my neighbors, and they do get loud. And even though they're far from me, I can hear them. And I will at times grab my phone and keep 911 on speed dial because I'm afraid someone's going to get hurt, because they do get kind of crazy over there. And I knew her grandmother that passed away, and I feel sometimes it's her waking me up saying, hey, be on alert. Or my cursor is right back up there. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to do it again. Let's move it down. I'm going to move it way down and see what happens. I'm going to move it over here on my video and see what happens. I don't know if you can see the cursor, but I can see it. Anyway, so I think that it's Spirit waking me up to say, hey, be alert, something's gonna happen. And then the other night I was doing dishes and I felt energy just bum rush me from behind, and I was actually looking like, what the? Okay. So the body is what we want to pay attention to. When you get in contact with spirit, you can feel vibrations, you can feel a chill, your hair can stand up, you can feel a tingle in your spine. You can feel sick, you can feel pain, you can feel a headache, you can feel a hip problem, you can feel things that just hit you head on. And if it's not a part of your normal everyday feeling, whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, like wanting to cry or anger, things of that nature, whatever it is that you're feeling, if it's not your normal behavior, if you haven't felt it before, it's not normal, it's not routine, then that's spirit and you want to pay attention to it. So the exercise that I'm going to teach you is this, okay? When no one's around, so that they don't think you're crazy, I want you to pick the largest room in your house so that you have this space and you're not confined. I want you to go into another room. Like for me, I would go into my kitchen, and my biggest room would be my living room. So I would be in my kitchen and I would just walk and turn and go into my living room. And as soon as I entered my living room, this is what I want you to do. So So as soon as you, from the other room, walk and get into the biggest area of your home or apartment or wherever it is that you live, I want you to sense the room, sense the energy in the room. And when you hear somebody doing that, what they're doing is they're sensing how their body feels when they walk into the room. So what you're doing when you walk into this big room is or the largest room that you have, is you scan, you pay attention to your body. What feelings am I feeling emotionally, spiritually, energetically? What am I feeling and where am I feeling it in my body? And the next step that you take is you will talk to that feeling. You will talk to it. Okay. Before you talk to it, I have to tell you want to introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Bren. I feel that you're here in my space. I'd like to communicate with you. I'd like to help you if you need help. What is your name? You can communicate with me. You can talk to me telepathically. You can send me visions. So what is your name? Sometimes you'll hear a name. If you hear it outside of your head, it's definitely spirit. If you hear it inside your head and it's a different voice, it's definitely spirit. If you hear it inside your head and it sounds like your voice, we're going to say that it's still spirit. If it says go jump off a bridge, it's not spirit, and you need to tell it to get the heck out of your house. But as long as it's not going off the wall and being rude and mean, we want to focus on its spirit. So my name is Sharon. You want to, okay, Sharon, how are you doing? Can I help you? Do you need help crossing over? Do you miss your loved ones? Sometimes you'll hear them say, yes, I am lost. If they do happen to say, yes, I would like to cross over, you just simply, in your mind, envision the brightest light and ask them to look for a light. Do you see the light? Yes, I see it. Go ahead and cross over into the light. That's where your family and friends are. Sometimes you'll feel resistant, like they don't want to go. You can say to them, hey, just walk up to it. You don't even have to go if you don't want to. Just kind of walk up to it and see if you know anybody. See if anybody presents themselves, like your grandmother, your mother. See if your loved ones come to you. And if they do, then decide to go. And a lot of times you'll feel them go. And if that happens to you, they'll usually say thank you or send you like visions of flowers, or they'll send you something that's saying thank you. Okay. Other times you can ask them, what is your name? Are we related? Are you just browsing on through? Did you ever live here? Sometimes you can get into a detective mode and say, what's your name? Where were you born? Where did you die? What year? And sometimes you can even ask things like, did I know you in a past life? But if you just get into the detective mode, and if you can get into questions that their birth date, where they died, where they lived, and able to sit down and Google it, you might be surprised. You might actually find that person, and you might actually be surprised. But that's how you communicate with spirit, is you use your body. And you walk into a room and you sense the room, any room. But when you first do it, I want you to practice doing it with the largest room in your house, and scan the room. And when you do that, you scan your body, and whatever feelings you have, whether it's a pit in your stomach or nervousness or flutter or whatever it is that is indifferent from that way you normally feel, you speak to that feeling. And when you do that, you're speaking to spirit, and you just ask questions. Now, I'm going to get into how you can tell when it's really you and really spirit in just a minute. What you can do as well is, let's say Molly Tibbetts, for example, okay? You can find a person that's missing, and you can sit down. And I tend to draw on their birth energy. So for me, I like to have their birth energy when I'm connecting with them, because it connects me to their energy and their spirit guides beyond that. Like, their spirit guides were assigned to them at birth, their angels and things of that nature, so I can communicate, go right to the source. So for me, it's kind of important, but I can also do it through pictures. But I noticed if I just have pictures, sometimes I'll get more information through birth dates. So, you can sit down at your computer, find somebody that's missing, look at their face, and get a pen and piece of paper and say, what happened to you? What's your name? Where are you from? Where did you come up missing at? What state? What happened to you? Who was involved? Who did this to you? Ask any type of investigative questions that you want to. And then when you're done, go look it up and see how close you were. Go see what you picked up on. You know what I mean? When you're doing this and you're validating it through your research, then you can quickly figure out, you write all of your stuff down, you can quickly figure out what is spirit and what isn't. And when you start doing that, you'll sometimes, I sometimes get a voice that comes under, it's like it comes from here up. It's like under, like my voice is here and this one's here. Or it'll come here, or it'll come here. That's how I kind of can tell that it's spirit, or it'll come in, that's kind of how I can tell. I can give you so many lessons on how to connect with spirit. It's unbelievable, because sometimes I get into a place where I can't pick up the energy right away, and I have to fall on these other techniques. And sometimes you don't pick up the information because spirit just doesn't want to. Sometimes you're just not in the mood to talk. But other times you have to find another way to channel that energy. So anyway, these are some of the ways that you can learn how to communicate with spirit and develop your psychic abilities. When you get good at being able to look at a missing person's picture and then pick up the information and then go look it up and get it right, you do that enough times, you're going to start getting more and more right. Then you're going to be able to move on to reading for other people and doing psychic readings. Now, psychic readings, you would just ask those feelings questions and they'll give you the answers. So you're basically asking spirit through the feelings that you're picking up in your body, and you get the answers, and that's your psychic reading basically. I will get into that a little bit later, but for now, I hope that I got into enough for you as far as like your first exercise, and that is focusing on the body. And when you get comfortable with that, move into doing internet stuff. Maybe you can find a missing and found person, find just their picture, don't read any information, and then ask it questions, say, where were you found, and then go read it and then say, oh my god, I didn't get any of it right, or, oh my god, I got this and this right. Okay. So hopefully I explained it pretty good. Just start off in another room, move into your bigger room and sense your body, and then ask it questions and wait for the answers to come through. And sometimes they'll communicate sending you visions, sometimes it's a voice, sometimes it's a feeling, and if they do it with a feeling, then you need to ask that feeling another question. If it's just feelings, you can tell if it's a bad feeling or a good feeling, and sometimes you can say what that feeling means. Like, I can say to you, I didn't see the car, but I felt it was a car. So sometimes the feelings, you can pick up impressions, and that is where your mind is telling you giving you these impressions through your own words, and those you also want to trust in. So start off in a big room, move into a room, and sense the room by sensing your body. And I want to tell you, this is how you know whether or not you're sensing the room right. If your brain does not shut up as soon as you start sensing your body, you're not channeling the room right, you're not sensing the room right, you're not in tune with your body. If you walk into that room and you start sensing your body immediately and your mind is quiet, you are doing it correctly. And you're able to pick up on all of the sensations. And then you want to start asking those feelings questions. And that is how, I can see an aura behind me, that is how you would begin in the first process of developing your spiritual abilities and your psychic abilities, okay? And like I said, then you can move on into the missing person thing and so on and so forth. And when you get better, you can say what's going to happen tomorrow, or how is this person going to react, or you can start doing readings for people. So listen, get this. I love comments, so you can leave a comment down below that says, hey, I'm going to try this. And I will say, I really wanted you to say, hey, I tried this and this is what happened, okay? I think it's great if you do say, hey, I'm going to try this, but please come back and say, I did try it and this is what happened. And don't just do it once and then leave comments. Do it like 5 or 6 times and leave comments each and every time, because each time your experience is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And you're going to become more and more accurate. And you're going to be able to sit up here and do what I do. Okay? So don't forget, one-time offer, $45, 1 hour psychic reading or medium reading. And if you would like to take me up on that opportunity, leave a comment down below and I will send you the link. Okay? Thank you guys. Please, please, please do this and tell me what happened. Okay? Thank you. You guys take care. Bye-bye.